Welcome. This is the day that I'm showing the July card kits. This is one of the 3 cards that comes in the kit. And this is my thank you to customers that I've been doing actually for years now. I was trying to think how many years I've been doing this, but with a minimum $50 order, you get a card kit with 3 cards in it to make. And you don't need to own anything. Everything's die cut. All you need are sentiments, and you can use your own sentiments. So I'm going to put together 3. You also get a PDF with this, and it includes 3 other ideas that also use the stamp set that coordinates. That's just for inspiration. Of course, you can buy the PDFs too. Hi, Kim, Mary Ellen, so glad you're here. So then I just do a little video on how to put them together. You can also just get the PDF separately. I don't know if I said that or not. So, and my only announcement before we get started. Oh, I did want to say, I couldn't do this without my helpers. So a huge shout out to my Monday Mavens. That is Ellie, Kathy, and Cindy. They put together the card kits. And to Luann, who does all the die cutting. I mean, I cannot believe. I am so grateful to have these women in my life. So I had to say that. So as long as they're in my life, I'll keep doing this. I keep telling them, you guys stop. I could not imagine doing this. So this is the host code. And you know, this month is bonus days. If you have any questions about that, contact me. But for any $50 you buy, you get a $5 coupon to use next month. So it's perfect. So that's like an extra 10%. So it's an awesome deal. And it does mean you want to make sure you hit 50 or 100. You don't want to hit like 98 or 48 and miss out on your coupon. So anyway, it's all good. So we'll get started. I'm so glad to have you guys on. I just do these whenever they kind of fit in and get done. So I'll put these other cards away. Oh, I'll show you the 3 cards. So this is, I just love this. This is an Easel card. And you might get a couple of different papers. It all depends on how many packs and I run out, but all of these ideas work with everything. I love the simplicity of this. And then of course you get the snowflakes, but I just love how we just have this visual, just adding that little tree. And how cute is this? This is just one of my favorite layouts for quick cards. It really, this whole set of papers, the paper does the work, but is this adorable? So all we've done is taken one of the basic border dies. So this is the part that's been done, and you flip over the inside. I think that is adorable. Now you can add everything I do. You can add things. So for those of you who like over the top cards, you know, this could have some greetings sticking over, but I love simple cards. And then I'll show you the other 3 after we quickly make these, the 3 dots. So this is how the card kits come. So you get some snowflakes. I'm not going to add those right now. Okay, first one. And I don't give all the measurements on these because they are, I mean, I think a lot of times you can just figure them out because they're all in the PDFs, but this is reserved for my classes. But I have other templates for this on my, so as we're talking, I'll quickly do this. This one actually had to come pre-folded. Normally I would have you score it yourself, but had to fit in the envelope. So this is even scored. So this is 4 1/4 by 11. So I'll talk them through, but you know, what's interesting. And then this is a square. So if this is 4 1/4, you're going to score it at 4 1/4 and then again at 4 1/4, which would be 8 1/2. So isn't that a cool way to just remember this? So that becomes very easy. And the card will fold like this. So all we're going to do is assemble, and then we're just going a 1/4 inch down. So it's always good when I do these. Now, then I find out if I missed anything. I just put out not a new, but I just, oh, here we go. I know I just refilled one of these, the one I wanted to use. So I'm going to just quickly assemble these. One of the reasons I love sending card kits is many of you have said, I actually make those cards. They're all beautiful and they're all easy. So, and I know some of them just collect them. Somebody was telling me that she went on a retreat and brought all of her card kits from me for months. And since she no longer had the PDFs available, she just had fun figuring out what to do with them. And I also love that. It's kind of like then a mystery card kit, right? So we have that. This card goes together so quickly. And you'll notice this is part of the same paper. So we've just cut the paper right here and put this on the bottom. And then this isn't stamped because you don't get a stamp. So you can put, I love what comes in this set, which says sending warmth your way. Totally fits this card. But this would be beautiful. This could be a sympathy card, a birthday card, thinking of you, absolutely anything. Grandma Nettie, thank you from Michigan. She says, love your cards. That's great. All of you. I said, this is so fun to have so many of you on this. Oh, it's so fun. And then to pop this up, I actually put double dimensionals on. And I'm just going to show you. So these would be dimensionals, and I'm going to do mine really lightly because, of course, I'm going to have to remove it to stamp it. But I just wanted to show. So I guess I could have done this one first. But do you see how I'm putting it in doubles? Because I want it plenty high. And then I'm going to pull this up and decide where I want this to be. And that'll just give me extra height to keep it closed, but I don't really want it on there since I'm going to have to get rid of that. But how cool is that? Because I'll just put my words on before I finish that card. But I think that is just such a fun card. Oh, okay. Well, let's see if this one comes next. Of course, you get the, oh, it is. Oh, and they weren't in any order here, but now this is a fun idea too. Oh, do you know oh, this was one of the early ones. I hope nobody else got one of these. One of the early ones. I was double checking. Okay, it's my responsibility if all the pieces aren't in there. I just gave a shout out to all these women that helped me. But do you know what I did? I forgot to put. So if there's something missing, that's me. Because I cut the paper. I have them all lined up. They assemble. So I just, and I opened the first one. So look there's a second one. So if any of you get this, I appreciate if you have white paper at home, can do it yourself. But otherwise, you can always let me know if you're missing something. This needs a 5 1/4 by a 5-inch by 3 3/4 piece under here because we're going 1/4 inch down. So I'm missing this. So this video today, we're partially assembling cards, and that works too. So that's yes, there's always a replay. These are one of my things, and you can go back and watch my other card kit of the month. There's a playlist. And what's fun about the card kit of the month are these are all easy things that you can use other things for, and they're all ideas for cards that don't require a particular stamp set. You can use your own stamp sets because they're just using dies, so they're kind of easy to. So anyway, this base card is just a 1/4 sheet of cardstock. And then this is a 1/4 inch smaller, and we've just cut off part of the front. So, oh, look at this. Miracles happen. So I was just told you that story, and I did correct this one. I told you that story for no good reason other than if there's a mistake, it's my fault. It's not my maiden's fault. So I just had to say that. I know one time I put out the wrong things, and I thought, oh, well, that's kind of life. So all of that for no reason, but just to share a little story. Okay, but how easy again is this? And you know that one of my favorite ways to do cards is to cut off part of the front. Now this could be cut off wherever you want it to be, but look how cool this is. So this is just, I trimmed that off at some point here, and then I'm going to put this on the front. Now, what an easy layout. And the beauty is in both the paper, but also this stylized, the basic borders die, they have several dies, and they would all work for doing this. Oh, look what okay. We're going to pretend you didn't see that because I'm going to remove all that, and I'm going to put that in there, okay? So far, we're batting 0 for 2, or what is it? 0 for 2. But we'll come back to the finished one. And then, of course, you can add the snowflakes. So you get PDFs, and you'll see each one of these has 2 different samples. And I just love how all this paper just works so well together. So I was just going to show, like, look how pretty this is. So you could use all different sorts of the paper in there to do that, which is very fun. Yeah, Joan says, good afternoon, having fun. I see. Oh, yes, I'm totally having fun messing up. I am so glad. You guys are the best audience ever because you go with the flow with me. And that really helps in life, doesn't it? And then for another really easy card, look again, all the scenery, and there's a couple of different sceneries. So many of the cards, of the papers in this, you could do these same layouts. But I just love here. So here we're adding that little tree. So we're going to just take and tear this with the snowflake. This could easily have words down here. I chose not to put any because it could go with or without. And I didn't want people to think they had to put words, but always use your magic. That would be a great place. This could say with sympathy, congratulations, happy birthday, anything that would be nice. Now I layer from the top down. Oh, because see, I wanted to show that. I got to layer it further down. Okay, so I'll tear it again. And I like to go top down because I just trim as I go. If they're not exactly the same, and I'm not going to take the time to do, well, and of course, if you get it on right, it's much better. My goodness, what is going on today? Okay, do you see how this is a tad bit short? But that is no problem because I will just trim that just that teeny little bit. And now it's perfect. If I had to trim it more, then I'd trim a little top or bottom too. Okay, so then this is going on the next color. Now I need to make up a whole bunch of birthday cards, and I'm thinking this paper will be just really easy just to do a whole bunch of birthday cards with this being the, the paper kind of doing the work. So then when I put the tree on, now you have several choices. If you really like a flat tree, I'm going to recommend two things. Doing the sticker paper before you put it in, that works. Also doing the, actually in a couple of days, I'm going to have a new video up about all the different ways to use adhesives. So there will be a reminder in there. But when we use the sponge and the multi-glue, that will lay flat. I personally love kind of this extra little thing. So I will often, thank you, Jennifer, for pointing out where it goes. So, oh, yes, basic dies. So someone even said, but I should remember to do that. I appreciate that. Page 162 in the annual catalog. So I squeeze the mini glue dots. You see how I do this? I just squeeze it, and then I just put it on in the places where it's going to be a little thicker. And then I'm going to attach it just lightly. I'm not going to be like Tim and smash it down because I just like this little wispy thing. Oh, you're not late. If you got home with coffee with friends, it's one of my favorite things to do. Just have a drink, sit around, talk. Oh, it's just so wonderful. Now, I would typically put more than this on, but I just have this thing. I always want to shorten things when I go live, and I don't know why. You guys are never making me feel like you want to get rid of me or anything, but it's just kind of funny about it. But I love how wispy that is. And then I'll add my snowflakes. So aren't those just lovely cards? And look how easy. So when you get cards kits from me, you probably don't even need necessarily the PDFs. Sometimes if I have extras, I give them away as gifts, or I sold a bunch of them as a fundraiser one year. I had a bunch left over and they all went like hotcakes. I thought that was so fun because I said there will be no directions. I'm not going to go hunt up all of them. But if you like to have fun and figure out what you can do with your raw materials. So this is the next three cards are going to use the stamp set. And so these are not the cards I put in the kit because you would have to have the stamp set, and I can't stamp images and send. But I'd like to give you three more ideas because I know a lot of times people will order whatever's going to be with the card kit. And I just think this horse and sleigh is so lovely. So this is your standard bridge card. I just love this. So it folds flat, fits in a regular envelope, but you automatically know what to do with it. And it stands like that. Isn't that just gorgeous? Again, almost all the papers in there would work beautifully with this horse and sleigh. So I think that's really fun. And then for a cool technique, these are the two trees. I love anything with trees. And then of course they've got the die that I used on the other cards. These are the two stamps. And then I just took a blender pen and scribbled over it. This is with Starry Sky. So I always suggest trying darker colors seem to work better, but experiment with colors and see what happens. But it kind of gives it like a little watercolor wash look. And I thought, I think that's just really a fun look. And then a bunch of these card kits, actually, Tim is at the post office right now, sending out the first batch of card kits for those of you who have ordered by like Monday. I try to send them out once a week, but often it's like twice a month. And then this last one, look at the cute little bunny stamp. And these dies for the snow are also in there. And you're seeing I'm using a variety of the papers. And look, this is the wood grain paper from one. And this opens like this. Now I often, if I make a card like this, I'll make a white piece the same size and put under, and that matches. But I also thought with this, I didn't need to. I just took my paper, cut the part I needed there, put the rest on the inside, and it gives me plenty of room to write up there. So I thought that way there was no waste with the paper, and it was kind of fun. And then I just picked another thing for there. So those are the 6 cards and the 3 that are actually in the kit. So let me know if you have any questions. I will be back tomorrow. And if you're on my email list, you always get a supply list for what we're doing. So thanks, you guys. Say hi to Tim. Can't forget him, or Ramona. That is so great. Ramona, yours went out in the mail today. So I thought, so how fun. I just appreciate you guys. So we'll see you tomorrow. And Hank will be my special guest tomorrow. So we will do something fun. And if you have kids in your life that are over, hey, have them come on and join us. But it will all be good. See you later. Bye.